Why were show trials conducted? Have you ever wondered why certain trials in history seemed more like theatrical performances than actual legal proceedings? Show trials were a significant part of the political landscape, especially in socialist states. So, why were they conducted? Show trials were primarily used as a political tool to consolidate power and eliminate opposition. This was especially true under Joseph Stalin's leadership in the Soviet Union. These trials were not about seeking justice. They were public events where the guilt of the accused was already decided before the trial even began. The accused often faced serious charges like espionage, sabotage, or counter-revolutionary activities. Many were pressured or coerced into confessing, sometimes through torture or threats. Their confessions were scripted to fit the narrative that the regime wanted to present. This created a spectacle designed to legitimize the state's actions against what they called enemies of socialism and to warn others against dissent. In the historical context of socialism, particularly during the Great Purge of the 1930s in the Soviet Union, show trials aimed to protect the socialist revolution. Stalin and his allies wanted to remove individuals they saw as threats to the unity and progress of the socialist state. They targeted rivals and perceived conspirators within the Communist Party and society at large to maintain centralized control. These trials were public affairs, often involving foreign journalists. This was done to showcase the state's vigilance against sabotage and treason, reinforcing the idea that socialism was under constant threat from internal enemies. The practice was rooted in the Marxist-Leninist concept of class struggle, where the state identified and targeted class enemies accused of undermining the socialist project. Show trials served multiple purposes. They helped remove political rivals and consolidate leadership power. They instilled fear among the population, discouraging opposition. They also publicly justified harsh measures against alleged enemies of socialism. While the justification for these trials was to defend the revolution and socialism itself, the methods used contradicted the principles of justice and equality that socialism advocates. Forced confessions and predetermined verdicts were common, undermining the very ideals the regime claimed to uphold. In essence, show trials were a harsh but calculated means to protect the socialist state from perceived internal threats. They illustrated the lengths to which leaders would go to maintain control and silence dissent.